Hey everybody, Pesmerized here, and I've got another unboxing to do today, although this one looks like it's going to be more of an unenveloping. And yeah, I know people love to hate when others send Pez through the mail in envelopes, but yeah, to be fair for this one, I think there's a box or some sort of a rigid structure in this envelope, so hopefully it's just fine here, the way they've done it. Yeah, so this is hopefully going to be another super rare stem variation that I found the other day. Yeah, I've been on a hot streak finding these crazy, difficult to find rare variations. It's not going to be quite a one of a kind like maybe that cool cat that I unboxed a bit ago was, but this might be more of a two of a kind. I've only seen a couple of these. I think just two of these that I've personally seen. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm sure there's more than just two, but they don't come up too often. Yeah. 28 years of collecting to only see a couple. So if you see something like this, grab it. All right. Yeah, sure enough. Looks like it's not really a box, but good enough. It's like a homemade box. Yeah, cool. All right, so continuing on. There we go. Look at some progress here. Now, the one problem with this one is I got this super cheap, but it's not going to be perfect condition. I know it's not mint, but it's so rare to find that I may as well buy this one. And if I ever find a better one, then yeah, I could replace it. But I don't know that I'll ever find another one of these. It's a little bit along the lines of this guy over here. But there is Tweety, and actually the stem looks pretty good. It's a little floppy. Here's a little wonky, but it looks pretty cute. But yeah, so this variation is another one of these printed stem made in Austria. And yeah, you got to be careful with these if you do have them, because the printing will rub right off if you're not ginger with them. So these should always be on these no country patent stems where they didn't sort of mold in the country name. But then later, I guess they decided they were going to sell it in the US market, and it requires the made in information, so they would print made in Austria on these guys, right? And as far as I know, the made in Austria printed one, there's only 3 in the set. There's Bugs, there's Tweety here, and then there's a Sylvester. And I've seen 4 or 5, maybe 6 Sylvesters. I've seen 4 or 5 Bugs. Just grab my price guide here. But Tweety's pretty rare. I've only seen really one other one. If you look in the price guide, you'll find Sylvester in here, made in Austria, printed stem. But you won't find anything for Tweety. Maybe it's so rare, not very many people have seen enough of them to consider them valid or to know what the market is for them. But anyways, unfortunately, lost a couple letters, but you can still get the gist of it. So kind of cool to have in the collection. But yeah, they come on these no country stems. They're the 2 I've got, and I'm pretty sure I've asked some other people about theirs. They're always on these IMC 6. Can you see the 6 up there? At least you can on the Tweety. Yeah, IMC 6. And it's really weird because IMC 6 is not Austria at all. IMC 6, if we come over here and look at Daffy, also IMC 6, no country stem. The way they did the Daffy was they put the made in Hong Kong sticker on the bottom. And I think IMC 6 really was Hong Kong. So my guess is that even though this Tweety and this Bug say made in Austria, they weren't actually made in Austria. They're probably made in Hong Kong, shipped to Austria. I guess they printed them maybe in Austria. I don't know. Maybe it's the country where they packaged them up, but I kind of thought that's not the way it worked for these made in things. I wonder if they were trying to get a more favorable tariff rate or something weird. But I don't think these are Austria things. You look at them too, and they look a little bit more like the Hong Kong stuff. So anyway, certainly keep your eye out, though, because these are really hard to find. Like I said, I think I've only seen 2 Tweeties. I'm looking for the Sylvester to complete the trio. And would that be it? That's the ones I know about. Could there be other printed stems that collectors just don't really know too much about? Seems a bit far-fetched because collectors have been going pretty hard at Pez for 35 years now, ever since the first book came out in around 91 and the convention started up in 91. You would think everything was found by now. But I did just pull that 2.6 Cool Cat stem that I had never heard of before just the other day. So maybe it's not that far-fetched that there's things that are out there nobody's seen yet. I wouldn't be too shocked if Sylvester comes both with Hong Kong stickers and with the Made in Austria on them. I wouldn't be too surprised if somebody found a Daffy that was printed. In fact, I'm trying to think, have I seen a Daffy that's printed? It seems familiar, but I might be just thinking of the one Tweety that I saw. So, but keep your eye out. If you ever find one of those, grab it. The other one that I was thinking could have the printing on that would make sense. Not all the Warner Brothers, because they weren't, I don't think all of them were made in Hong Kong. I think some of the older ones, like Foghorn Leghorn, Henry Hawk, I think those were only made in Austria, as far as I know. But one that certainly could be a candidate that might have printing on it would be Speedy Gonzales A. These came out of Hong Kong, I know, as well. And they were in the era of no-footed and then transitioned to footed. So I know you can find Speedy on a cool footed 3.4. Could he be out there with printing on the stem? Maybe. So anyway, keep looking for them. As far as I know, Made in Austria printing. There's other printing for other countries, but the Made in Austria, the vintage stuff, is only on the Warner Brothers, only on Bugs, Tweety, and Sylvester. So that's what you're looking for. Yeah, get out there. Collect some Pez.